Hello everybody, this is Waldorf.
And this is Statler.
And today we have Battle Report 200.
There you go.
You were waiting for that, weren't you? You knew something was happening.
I was delayed until other things happened. But yeah.
Orcs and Goblins. Orcs and Goblins versus the Kingdom of Equitaine.
Equitaine at Huzzah Hobbies.
And other than the other thing of note, other than the fact that these are two-color emblems, these are our armies.
Exactly.
There's mine.
Yep.
You did have a little bit of advantage of knowing my list fairly well coming in.
I actually thought you were going to show up with that chariot list that we've been talking about. I was expecting that.
Were you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and here's your list. I'll let you go through your list.
This is what I can remember it being. It's been a while. I couldn't find the printout. So, Grail Duke with on a peg. It was a general, Virtue of Might, Titanic Might, and Crusader of Salvation. A questing paladin, BSB on a peg, with Tristan's Resolve in Piety. Damsel, which is a shamanism master. She was a shamanism master on a unicorn with lightning vambraces. 2 Castellans with throwing weapons, a halberd and a shield. As chaff, because I don't have enough models to make 2 units. So.
Mounted yeoman.
Yeoman painted, so that's
they're the same price, though, aren't they? Roughly
exactly the same price. You know.
Okay.
So you lose a few wounds and you gain and then a number of attacks, but they're
higher strength. A point of toughness.
Yeah, and a
resilience.
Point in strength fight. You know, so.
And the halberds, your strength 5.
Yeah, and throwing weapons end up being 4s.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, because that was all very helpful. 5 Knights Aspirants with the Bannered Musician, 6 Realm Knights with full command, 6 Realm Knights with a Bannered Musician, 20 Peasant. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Peasant Levy with a musician and a standard. 6 Questing Knights with full command and the Oriflamme. Is it Oriflamme? Oriflamme. I don't remember how it's spelled. 3 Peg Knights with a Banner and a Champion. 3 Peg Knights with a Banner and Champion and a Banner of Discipline. And in theory, the Green Knight.
In theory. All right. Yeah, I was going to ask you about the Castellans instead of the Mounted Yeoman.
I only have 5 Mounted Yeoman painted, so someday I have to go back and...
So 2 of them got promoted?
Yes.
Okay, and exactly. The rest got set on the bench.
It's stayed on the shelf.
So these were your spells. To make summons, Waken the Beast, Break the Spirit, Breath of the Lady.
Yes.
I didn't take a picture of mine.
Okay.
By the way, these are the cards.
These are the cards that we reviewed a little while ago.
Game Crafter?
Yeah.
Game Crafter sells.
We both have a set.
You do. I still like mine. But I do like these cards a lot. I use them for my opponent's spells.
Right. Oh, I gotta send you that down on email.
So what we played, Frontline Clash and Secure Target.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see where the targets were placed. 2 tokens. Up here on top, we have a woods.
Yep.
Ruin down in the center. Off to the right is a hill. Off to the far right is a field with a fence.
Right.
Impassable. There's the tower. There's my dice stand. Mm-hmm. Another woods.
The woods.
Another hill over here on the bottom left, and a water feature.
Well, it's funny how this looks square because the way the photo is.
It does.
It is a 4x6 table.
It is a 4x6. There you go. Does that look better?
Yeah.
Okay. So these are the troops deployed. I really need to work on my deployment.
I dropped first.
You did.
I had a 50-50 chance of going because I was going to pray because you have a
lot of strength 5.
A few strength 5 attacks, just a few.
I'm not sure I have anything that's not.
Yeah, the Wolf Riders.
The Wolf Riders. That's a good point. That is it, unless you're talking about after the charge. Yeah, that's pretty scary.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, you can see it lined up here, and when you deploy that, and again, like I just said, actually that's more than 20. That's 25 at least. Or 5.
25?
I think it's at least 25.
It is 25, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Or maybe 30, actually.
Yeah, again, I need to go back to school for deployment, because you deployed everything there,
mm-hmm.
and I deployed this unit, the slowest unit in my army, off to the far right.
Yep.
That's not a good spot.
Well, my strategy was to have you deploy and then figure out where I could beat your army, because I couldn't fight any of your combat units run up and go in that direction. Let's see how that. Because
you don't have Grail Knights.
Yeah, let's see how that worked out.
So
especially because I had all the small lances.
I did win the roll off and went first.
Of course, you did.
And came forward.
Mm-hmm.
This haven't moved yet. And just showing pictures.
You just showing
There's
the
a
armies.
picture of your armies.
Yeah.
your army.
Yep.
There's the Vanguard.
Yes.
And turn 1, we're not wasting any time.
Yep, you're up there.
We're going forward. And even like I said, they kind of made up for it by moving 8 and getting up there early.
Right.
So, they're hoping to get into the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Spider over here is not that bad. That thing's 14. So, I mean, it moves when it wants to. But we're doing great there. I like that. We're moving forward
so
fast.
At this point, I was happy.
You're happy?
Because you're all over here on the sides.
Correct.
Okay.
The trolls are kind of centrally placed. I think the trolls are good placed, and the boars I don't mind because the boars are fast enough.
Yeah.
They're only 2 inches slower than you, so I'm okay with all this.
Well, at that point, I thought I could mess with the trolls and stay away from some of the others.
So we come to magic, and we did I don't know, you saved all 5 of your dice.
Yep, I did.
And I rolled 4 to get this guy right here in.
Yep, and
Totemic Summons, and with your 5 dice, you flubbed it.
I flubbed it, and my plan went to shit.
So
because everyone was going over there.
Correct. Go to shooting. 10 Wolf Rider shots, put a wound on your Castellan. No major injury.
Yep.
And because those guys do have 3 wounds each, so you're only losing 2 wounds, but you're tough 1 plus 1 resilience, and
you're stronger.
It's not a bad idea. Anyway, so that's what it looks like going into your turn. And I'll let you.
So I had this plan to shift my entire army to the right. The woods was a bit of a challenge.
To your right.
To my right, yes. To the picture's left. Unfortunately, Totemic summons ended up where exactly I didn't want it, and that it took me like 8 hours to make this move.
It did. Those Knights Aspirate right there in front went to 100 different spots.
It's like, what the heck?
I wish I would have taken a picture every time you put them someplace.
Yeah, because I was like, what the hell am I going to deal with this thing? Because I didn't want that thing striking me in the flank or the rear, and I just know how my...
Well, it's unbreakable, so it's going to just keep you there forever.
If it doesn't chase me off. And then I ended up here, but then after I did this, I forgot, because I moved the Pegasus Knights first.
Right.
And I forgot to shift those because they were going to be forward. So anyway, the other guys got through, and you had actually cast the 1 spell on my questing knights also. The Break the Spirit.
Break the Spirit is on the questing knights.
Yeah, so I only moved slowly sideways.
Right.
Which slowed down the 1 lance that was, you can kind of see it facing over, because I was so tight I couldn't change formation. I had to go sideways with it, and I was, of course, like a 1/4 of an inch too close to the edge of the board.
Oh, to be able to
get past it with
it.
So that knight was there, so that was kind of the deal.
Okay.
But yeah, so you totally flummoxed my entire plan.
Sorry.
Yes, which meant I had to send the little guys in various places.
Yeah, there's actually one guy hiding back here.
Yeah, so. he's back in the woods. Yeah.
And but yeah, you can see.
Right.
Yeah, that is a big unit, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it was actually 30 now. I'm thinking about it. It was supposed to be sacrificial, but.
Okay, so there's your Castellans popped out over here.
And I put Break the Spirit on these guys because anything to keep them out of combat. That
hurt.
That was my big thing in the game. I needed to not keep these guys out of the fight.
The problem is if I march, that kills 10 of them. Yeah. Well, maybe 8 or 9 if I make one.
Well, you don't know how the roll's going to go.
And you never know how the roll's going to go. And this guy's on the fence, takes 2 checks. But it's just like I'm going to lose 1/3 of them probably. Yeah. Anyway, so that's just heartbreaking. Okay. So anyway, so we have that. And so we go back to turn 2. Look at that. Why is that not on the tower where it belongs?
I don't know.
Gonna have to file a complaint with somebody. All right, and you can see your peg knights all the way
all the other flank. Yeah, they were trying to position themselves to jump over you at some point.
Right. And this guy got bounced back a little bit because he was actually poking out.
Yeah, I thought he was outside the
hill. I was like, you do know that guy's in line of sight. And you're like, oh. Yeah. So we back him up. So looking at that, I look at this and I need a 17 to hit the back of this or side of this unit. It turned out to be right. I'm like, I need a 17 to hit the side of that unit. That's only an 8. Yeah. On Swift Stride, and if I can make that, I am really this unit's not getting away. Yeah. Is the way I look at it, because with charge and a flank, you only have 4 attacks coming at me. I don't think I think I had at minimum. I think I hold there. Anyway, that was my thought.
Yeah. No, it was worth the chance, and if you win, I could You know how I roll.
But of course, they rolled a 1, 2, and a 3.
Yeah.
So they're going nowhere. And in addition to that, they slowed down. Not only did they not help me, they helped you because the boar boys are stuck behind them.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. So the tonic summons like, so I don't like the looks of either one of these guys. I'm going to go over here and fight these guys.
Like I said, and that was just a foolish thing on my side, not paying attention, not shifting them, because there was no reason to give you the flank.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then up here on the top, you can see the spider
Comes onto the
comes
hill.
up to the top of the hill, so it can look down.
Trolls
Trolls march through and ignore the. We don't care about this ruins.
Yeah.
These guys sit where they are. Both the unit of Nashers come forward, and I thought I had this lined up correctly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with the line of sight popping out here.
Right.
I think I'm in perfect shape. I'm really where I want to be.
Yeah, because I didn't know how to advance against the line as long as you kept it back, until I got more guys over there.
Yeah, and these guys, the boar boys had to reform and move 7 instead of moving their 14 because of these guys in front of them. Yeah. Which, that hurt my movement because I really wanted to get into that ruin so I could lose them all.
Yeah.
So anyway, so we've got that. Spider came up. There's those. And what do we got? There's the other side.
Yep.
So, yeah.
And you kill the Pegasus Knight.
This guy kills a Peg Knight, but they hold. Because
Yes.
that's the general in the BSB.
Right.
So they hold and turn to face me, I thought. Pretty sure they did.
Yeah, I think they did, yeah.
So that's it going into the bottom half. So these guys have a charge over here, which I knew and was ready for that. Like, okay, that's fine.
And
they made it. Smashed into me.
And I sent...
and Mr.
This is actually the BSB.
The BSB comes in, hits me.
Despite the lack of a banner.
Break the Spirit is on this unit right here.
Right. Again. You were casting it every turn.
Yes, on this unit of questing knights.
Yeah.
So the general pops
at this point,
here.
I was all concentrated. I couldn't have more totemic summons showing up.
Right. Yes, you were making sure that totemic summons did not happen. So over here, the general popped over and joined this unit from where he was back here. This unit's still trying to get through the traffic jam and get
same challenges.
Break out. But with this unit, can't move very far.
Yep.
You're kind of stuck.
Yep.
Castellan didn't like this long charge. I mean, it would have needed a 10, I think, or maybe it was a 9 with the.
I think it was a 9
with
when
the
I
war
measured
cry.
it, so I said I didn't want it.
So you didn't want to take that chance.
And it was actually closer to the guys behind them. So.
Right, this unit back here.
Yeah.
So
because my screwed up movement, I figured it was earlier than I wanted to commit these guys.
Right.
But it was like this is kind of desperate situation. Then I made a movement mistake. I forgot the command distance from Inspiring Presence on knights to
Okay.
Yeah.
For what?
For that unit of knights. And yes.
Okay.
Then I just brought up the Pegasus, hoping that you would drive up a little bit, and I brought this Castellan up here to force you to charge up with the spider and then slow the spider down again.
And
he got in there.
Oh.
And the Knights Aspirant, they make short work of those guys.
They did. And rolled a 12 for the overrun.
Yes.
Which puts you a quarter of an inch out of their arc.
Yep.
I was like, I somehow missed that. I didn't measure it. I eyeballed it. Should have measured it instead of eyeballing it. Even so, I may have given you the 12, but one way or the other.
Yeah, I mean, a 12, you don't count on that.
Yeah.
Even with 3 dice, you don't count on it.
But they did make it, and they made it out of my arc.
Yeah. And then we killed off that Totemic Summons. And turn 3.
Turn 3, back to me. Turn 3. That's what I'm looking at. I'm very happy with this whole thing, except for this unit over here on my far left.
Yep.
Which really irritates me because it's all my fault. Anyway, so moving on. Okay, so this is kind of a mess. So the Wolf Riders that were over here on the far right charged into your Castellan with the trolls.
Yep.
Because the trolls probably couldn't do it by themselves. They needed the Wolf Rider support.
Exactly. Which gave me something to stand and shoot at least.
The spider on the hill charged your Castellan. I think he failed his check.
He failed his terror check.
And ran back to here.
And got within 6 inches of the other guys.
He did, and the spider caught him.
Yep.
And when the spider caught him, and of course my BSB shifted out, because you don't have any shooting to speak of. You've got the lightning van braces, but they're AP 0, so I'm not worried at all about that.
Yep.
So he pops out here. You can see over here the Nashers have turned to correct their mistake from the previous turn. It doesn't matter, because if you make your March test, you're going to get out of their arc anyway.
Yep.
And then what?
Infantry marks up.
Yeah, infantry marches up to still try and desperately get into this fight. The Boar Boys come over here to protect their flank.
Yep, just kind of hang out and stop the Pegasus from coming forward.
And
I don't have it quite yet. The slides before the melee phase.
What's that? The slide before melee. Yes.
I said a lot of slides. There we go.
So there you go. So
notice that something's missing.
Your guy kills one. This guy's not dead. He was just getting poked by spears, so he backed up.
Kill one with the shooting.
You did kill one, either shooting or I'm not sure.
I think I killed one with the shooting, and he whiffed on his close combat attacks.
Okay, maybe so. But anyway, he died a horrible death.
But that was
no. He did not whiff on his close combat.
Oh,
he not only whiffed on his close combat.
He killed 4 of them.
He killed 3 in close combat.
Yeah.
One was from shooting, 3 from close combat.
Right.
Yeah, he murdered my unit.
Yeah.
Only the fact that he died.
So the other spider killed the Castellan because it chased it down, which happened to be within 6 inches of the block of peasants who were not within 6 inches of the knights.
Correct.
And failed their leadership and ran off the table.
Yes.
So while it was a throwaway unit, I didn't quite want it to be thrown away that much.
And the last 2 dice of my turn that time, I threw +1 strength on the ferals just to make sure those peg knights didn't come mess with them. I probably should have left it alone and maybe tried to tempt you into it, but there's no anyway.
I
don't think you would have done it because I'm steadfast.
Not as a unit.
With the reroll.
At one point, I thought, I don't know why, I thought that was your mage.
Oh, there on the corner?
Yeah, it's like, great, I'm gonna take this guy out.
Do the assassin run.
Do the assassin run.
Right.
And it's like, oh no, he's on the boar, that's right. So on the wolf, so forget that. Yeah. So okay.
So this is back to you.
So back to me. Things are looking as bad as they did last turn.
What's this right here?
What is that? The same spell?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
So I stopped the totemic summons this time, but I had to pick a spell to stop, and that was it. And then you got the break the spirit. I actually wasn't that worried about it on this unit because it messed me up because I didn't do things properly to get around it, but that was a different issue. Slid over some more, tried to position. Is this where my final end movement was?
No, you haven't moved the guys in the back. There you go.
This is better. Okay.
Because they made their march check on a 7 or whatever it is.
So they did this arcing thing, and then brought up the Pegasus Knights and the characters and start reforming the battle line.
Just huddled in a corner. You look like dwarves back there.
Huddling in the corner, hoping for no more totemic summons. Not very. And then brought up the Pegasus Knights behind the spider.
You're just trying to get at my little wolf rider, aren't you?
I was trying to get in a position where I could threaten different things. So get behind you and hopefully meet up on the other side or slow somebody down by charging them in the rear.
Yep. All right.
And then I think I put the same spell on your infantry again to keep them slow.
That's me. That's my +1 string still.
Didn't I break the spirit on somebody?
I don't recall. I don't see it on anybody.
Okay.
Unless the trolls. You broke the spirit of the trolls.
I know somebody did.
Because they were going to take a ton of checks by the time they went through the ruins, the woods, and the open terrain.
Yeah, I'm going to put it on somebody.
Was going to hurt them.
Yeah.
Right. I didn't think I had the charge, so I wasn't that worried about it.
Well, at that point, it's just how do I slow your army down? Everything was trying to slow you down.
So, with that, having said that, what do we got? Poor boys decided they don't want to go through the ruin anymore. They turned around and started heading around it, especially with this unit trying to sneak around in the back after it escaped my Nashers. Nashers turned to the front. This Nasher moved up, and again, this time I looked carefully at the overrun here.
Right.
Trolls just came forward. They're 6. Spider took a big move into the woods, and the ferals came up to the top of they reformed and then moved forward.
Right, on top of the hill.
And just got on top of the hill, and they're like 8 or 10 wide or something.
Yep.
just to give them a bigger arc. And because I'm looking at this and I'm like, it's turn 4. They're never getting into combat in this game.
Yep, that was the plan.
So anyway, so that's what I did there, and really no fighting or anything this turn. And I don't think magic did much this turn either, if I recall.
I don't recall.
I don't see a single spell down.
No, I think it may have been the low
right
dice round, and you didn't get.
Okay, and that's it. So back to your turn.
Okay, and I declared a charge on the Wolf Riders. I declared a combo charge on this one unit of Nashers. I'm kind of hoping I can blast through those and get out of the arc of the trolls. I know that means that this one unit of knights will hit one of them, but we'll see. Hopefully that would tie you up. That was what I was hoping.
Right. And I also think the pegs charged
and
here.
the pegs
I think we didn't
charged,
mark it because it was an auto.
Yeah, and the pegs charged there to try to tie those guys up. And
yeah,
so they get in.
And both your units
Both
out
units
there.
got in, and the one line is turned around. Now, there's a unit that I have forgotten every single turn to put down.
Oh, good point.
And even though I meant to put it down, I'd be in the middle of movement phase. So shoot, it's too late. So I realized it again because I really needed it. When would have really helped me on turn 1 against that totemic summons, and which is the Green Knight.
Can you do it on turn 1?
Yeah, you can put them down whenever you want.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, as long as it's in range of the mage. So it's like, oh, great. So I have the other plan. So now I've got to keep these guys from coming around and smacking the rear of my guys. So I said, all right, I'm going to have to sacrifice a general. Hopefully he can, hold up. And I'll declare a challenge. Maybe you won't pay attention and you'll accept it. And I'm trying to stay out of arc of the spider, which is okay. Then I said, okay, I'm going to declare a charge with my Pegasus Knights, because at the point I only needed a 7 or an 8.
I think it was an 8.
Stride. Yeah, it was Swift Stride. It's like, okay, if I can get him in the rear, I'm not going to defeat that spider, but hopefully I can at least hold it down for 1 round. Once again, it's just, can I hold these things down?
I mean, its only strengths are only 5, so I mean, you've got a 4 up, 5 up versus that.
Yeah.
And I guess a 5/5 versus the rider.
And I may do some wounds. I mean, I've got,
Right.
strength 6 attacks. And
not a completely...
Yeah. And it was like I was kind of in a desperate situation because I was in a bad positioning on my part. But unfortunately, I failed that charge.
Yep.
But I was really concerned that these infantry weren't going to fight anything, so I had to give you something.
That was it. You felt bad for my
I felt bad for the infantry.
My almost 800-point unit that was going to do nothing this entire game.
Yes. So I just had to give it something to do, obviously.
The Savage Orcs are sitting there just staring at the wall like, okay, fine, I guess we're just going to sit here.
So at this
and then all of a sudden a flight of Pegasus land in front of them.
Exactly.
What the hell?
So at this point, you take pity on me and just say, go ahead and put out your Green Knight.
Yeah, you mentioned the Green Knight, and I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, oh yeah, he's got to come out. And I'm like, oh, put him out there somewhere.
So he's not here yet.
He showed up this turn. You put him in front of the spider.
I put him in front of the spider at some point.
Do we have a picture of that?
I don't know.
Not
yet.
Still no? How many pictures did I take? This must have been one of those turns where you're taking your time doing something.
Could be. No, because I beat these guys. We already
smashed those. There he is.
Oh, he's hiding behind the tree.
There he is.
So anyway, I put him down, but then I forgot to shift the general, which...
Well, the general's stopping the trolls.
Yeah, but he was supposed to... I meant to shift him in front of... The only reason he was on this side of the unit was to keep out of the spider's arc. So you get up on him.
Right.
So I put the Green Knight down, and then the idea was to shift the general on the other side to be in front of your BSB. But I didn't do that. I got distracted because I moved on, as I often do. So anyway... So the Nashers get wiped out by the 2 knights. Unfortunately, I was kind of hoping it was going to go the other way around.
What do you mean?
I was hoping that the Knights of the Realm would roll higher. I mean, it's 50-50.
Oh, which one was forward? You're right.
Yeah, than the Knights of the Quest, but Knights of the Quest end up rolling an inch farther. Beat the Wolf Riders, pivots. Beat the Nashers.
Well, I did take one down.
But you took one down. And
that's the guy, the Peg Knight's the one in the back, right?
The Peg Knight, no, that's the BSB. The Peg Knight's the one in the front.
BSB in the back, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's kind of where we are. It's like, okay.
So we're going to go to the top of 5.
Yep.
So the top of 5, the forest became denuded because
Yes.
we tried to use them to block the
Yes.
ferals over here on the right.
I was trying wood elf tactics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, your silly wood elf tactics don't work with me.
Yes.
Um,
Work with my Sylvan elves.
So I was looking at this whole thing, and I'm like, okay, this is, there's 3. This is no brainer. I mean, all these charges have to happen, and they're
Yes.
all, and this guy's within 8.
Yes.
So they're all auto charges.
Yep.
And then I start measuring, and I'm like, this guy needs to get to here.
Yes.
And the only way he can get to here is if he has 20-inch move.
Yep.
So I call the war cry on this turn.
Yep.
Just to give him the bonus 2 inches of movement. So, anyway. So, they charge, of course, the only one they can, the front unit. And everybody makes it in.
Yep.
Everybody's happy. There you go, that. And he does make his 20 inches over here where he needs to be.
Yeah, I was surprised you didn't turn him more.
I should have, but
Yeah.
I was too busy stretching it as much as I could.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's my mistake. I was so happy he made it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they're over there. You can see the trolls have taken a couple wounds through dangerous terrain. Spider came in and fight the big guy. And
Oh, I got Break the Spirit on your guys with magic, the
Break the Spirit is on the
trolls.
trolls.
Yeah.
And last turn, the BSB had joined them.
Yes.
And there's those guys coming
Okay.
down the hill.
And Mr. Green Knight, I
Yeah.
think he caused a wound.
Not
This
sure about
Dolores
that.
blade?
Did he?
Yeah, I think he caused 1.
Yeah, I do have one on me back
Yeah.
there.
And you promptly punked him.
Yeah, he keeled over.
Yeah.
Look at him. Poor
I thought
guy.
he might last 1 round. I was hoping I should say he would last 1 round.
Yeah, it's tough.
And then the general, you refused to challenge wisely.
I don't know why. I don't have a champ in that. Oh, the BSB.
The
Yes,
BSB,
correct. The
yeah,
BSB
which is who I really wanted to fight.
Right, of
so
course.
That's why I was there.
I'm like,
And you cast a whole bunch of spells on me, and then
You did put a few wounds on me.
I think I killed 1 troll, right?
You did.
And then you
But
remembered,
you really killed
and
me.
you remembered the rule you never seem to remember when we're doing battle reports. Which when you said you were gonna do it, my heart felt shit.
What was that?
Which is using the troll the spirit,
Vomit.
the vomit
Correct.
attack.
Yeah.
It's like
It's rarely that it's to me it's rarely that it's better.
Yeah.
But in a guy that's got a rerollable armor save,
yep,
a 1-up rerollable,
yep,
no, there's no choice.
Yep.
And I got 6 of them on you.
yep.
So yeah, 6 pukes and he
It's
dies.
like 6 of them. It's like okay, all I can do is hope that the ward save kicked in.
Right.
It did not.
It did not.
I think you caused 5 wounds on me with your 6 guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If I remember, yeah, you might have. I might have.
and then I didn't save a single one.
Yeah. And I had bumped my toughness up
Yeah,
to make it harder for you to kill me.
I was Titanic Might, so
But yeah, didn't
matter.
matter much. No, you're still. I guess it wouldn't matter at all.
Yeah.
Why did I do that then?
Oh,
I don't know. Waste of spell. Anyway, so back over here, we butchered the unit. The 1 questing knight and the damsel with a wound go
Yep.
limping away.
yep.
We overrun, and we can only wheel this much in to get into that
Well, it
unit.
was straight ahead, so you smacked into them. Yeah, but yeah,
Yeah, I wheeled a bit, but
Right.
it wasn't very much.
yep. So we only did 1 file in, I think, each. But that is your general in front of them.
But fortunately, it's the general over there,
Yeah,
which is he's really good at knights.
Yes.
He doesn't like them.
Mm-hmm.
And what else do we got? That's it.
Yep, next turn. So it's like, okay, maybe I have a chance to do something in this debacle that I've managed to maneuver myself into a total pickle. All right, so you haven't marked anything yet.
Okay,
I think
that's the beginning of your move.
So I try
Go
to.
there.
I declare a charge on the wolf riders,
Yep.
and you position them in such a way that the back guy actually clipped your knight. So I said, okay, if I can roll decent, I'll get you in the flank. I sent the
Oh, back up. I did that too quick. Sorry. Back up.
yes.
Go there.
There you go. So I declared a charge with the remaining Pegasus from the Pegasus Knights and the BSB into the front of your knight bus.
Right. Which I thought was a kind of a gutsy move, considering their strength 7 this turn.
Their
But-
strength 7 this turn.
Yeah, because they charged.
Yeah, I know, but it was kind of I thought
but it is kind of desperation.
It was desperation, and I thought with the flank charge, and I still had, and I'm going ahead of you with most of my guys.
Right.
That, and I have a good number of strength attacks that I should whittle this unit down enough. Yeah, I'll take some losses, but between the armor and the ward save and the character and such, that maybe I'll be okay. And I actually thought I had a good chance of. I was going to lose some guys, but I thought I was going to win this combat and have a decent chance of breaking you.
Hey, look, you made that charge.
I did.
And why haven't anybody else moved?
I don't even have the dice out here yet. That's because these pictures are. This is out of order. Okay.
Am I going backwards?
I think you must be. It seems like it.
There. Am I going? There you go. So you charged him.
Charged him.
Made those charges.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. All right, now we're moving forward.
Then let's see.
And then these guys wanted to be chaff.
Now the mage and the remaining knight, even though the BSB was right there, didn't rally, so they ran to the lake to the other side. Didn't.
And lucky you, the mage only has one wound on her, or you'd be rallying on a half. But
right. Well, I didn't rally.
But it didn't help anyway.
Yeah. So that was there. And at this point, I was hoping it would rally because that's an objective. It's like, okay, if I can at least keep this one
you would have
knight,
rallied on it.
Yeah, around this objective. And then what I was trying to do with this guy was...
this one I didn't understand.
I'd actually forgot that the trolls weren't scoring.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I thought if I could keep you away from this objective and this guy could rally, then I could...
Oh, thinking the trolls would go hit you and crush you.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was my thing, but I forgot that.
Well, even if they were...
It's one of the few monsters infantry that's not scoring.
Correct. And in this case, the trolls wouldn't have paid attention to you.
Yeah. Well, now they didn't have to, but I forgot what the heck.
Even if they were scoring, wouldn't have done it.
Right.
But whatever. All right. Anyway. And, of course, there's your two guys that made it in. The two flyers.
Yes.
Both made it.
And then
and
beat
they
the
did
wolf
their
rider,
jobs.
and then they're in the flanks. At this point, I'm thinking, okay, I'm okay now.
Yep, and I'm worried.
Yep, but it turns out you don't need to be.
So, after the attacks, you killed 3 of me. You rolled bad.
Yeah.
I think you did forget your strength 6.
I forgot the strength 6 on the questing on the Knight's Aspirant. I forgot it was on the. I don't use this army that often. It's on the charge to get devastating charge. Right. Gets a strength. So I forgot that.
I'm pretty sure you forgot that.
Yeah.
But the general over here, you can see, has killed 4 of this unit. He's the only one touching them.
Right.
And he killed 4, and the rest of the unit did the Peg Knight in.
Right. But between the BSB, the charging Peg Knight, those knights, and what was left of those knights, and the charge, I killed 3 guys.
Correct. So. Which is terrible. And I think this came up to a straight draw, if I remember correctly.
I think I won by 1.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you made your check.
Okay. Because we both were charging, but you had a big flank.
I had a big flank, and I had a whole bunch of banners. So
you did. You had 3 banners.
It's nice when you can throw a whole bunch of banners into a fight.
Yeah.
It does make up for a lot of ranks and stuff. But you made your roll in that, and I said, okay, that was my last hope to get some points out of this game.
So we move on to the top of turn 6.
Yeah.
Looking at this, that's a dead guy there in the middle. Mm-hmm. I've got nothing really to do here.
Yep.
We can't do anything, so we're just going to sit there and fight.
Yep.
The spider should have charged. Why didn't the spider charge? It did, I'm sure, but I put break the spirit onto your general or BSB. Put break the spirit onto your BSB because I had the spell and needed to do something. I didn't kill a single one of the. I'm only strength 4 attacks.
Right.
Actually, I was strength 7 attacks against them. You know what? I forgot that too.
Did you?
Oh well. The 2 guys fighting them should have been strength 7.
Oh, you only sent one of them against them.
No, I definitely tried to do both because I was trying hard to kill one.
Oh, okay. I thought you
only sent one. Desperate to kill one.
Because I thought you sent all. You were trying to get my my BSB.
No, I put the minimum on the BSB because I didn't want to fight him. I didn't care about him.
Okay.
But I needed to kill one to break your big flank.
Oh no, you did.
Gave me the +1 strength.
You did. You got one. You got a wound, and I got lucky, and I made my ward save.
Oh, maybe so. Anyway, but whatever the attacks there didn't do any wounds. Hitting on 3s, wounding on.
We may have. I think that time we tied.
Yeah, and like I said, another death though, and that I think Did you flee or did you tear her away or?
I think I fled.
Okay. Wonder why the trolls didn't move.
Oh,
because it's top of turn 6 and they're not going to get in the fight anyway, so I didn't even bother to move them. That's why
I fled. That's why I got close to you, so you charged me and.
I think I broke you because you've lost a guys.
Okay. Oh no.
Haven't you?
I already lost one. Oh, I lost one to the woods.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
When the fleeing. Okay.
Yeah.
And I did not catch you.
No.
Seems odd that I wouldn't have caught you.
Yeah.
That must have been a bad roll. I mean, because I'm 7 plus Swift Stride, and you're just Swift Stride. How far away were you? It's just bugging me.
Not too far. That was pretty close. Maybe we did fight and you killed one guy.
Yeah, that seems weird. But yeah, ward saves, you never know. Anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, one way or another, that's where that ended up. Or maybe you've got dice on there and just haven't removed them.
Yeah. Maybe.
Like you do sometimes.
Yeah.
So the combat goes on. I killed off the final guy over there. He was a champion, and I think he challenged. Or I challenged because I wanted my general to fight your BSB. That's what it was. I challenged because I wanted my general to fight your BSB, and the last guy remaining was a champion. So
was this when I accepted that challenge?
I think so.
Because I thought I accepted it. Okay. No. Or was it the last turn?
On the last.
I should have accepted with my BSB. That was another mistake. One of a long list of mistakes. Right. I should have accepted with my BSB, but I didn't.
But I only killed him with 2 overkill, so it wasn't a crushing blow. And, and another round, I did not kill another one of these, so my strength is still down.
Right.
Like I said, one of these dead, I'm back to steadfast. Anyway, so I think I was down. I think you won this combat.
I did.
And I rolled a 12, but then the reroll got me 6, and I stuck around.
Because your BSB was in range at this point.
Right. And over here, a killer bunny showed up.
So, I guess we missed it. So my mage actually rallied.
Correct.
Well, this is my turn.
Yeah,
now.
I think we saw that picture, but we didn't see anything.
Both units rallied at the bottom of the turn.
Beginning of this turn, correct.
The totemic summons, it's like, okay, I'm desperate. I'll try to come on and try to breathe fire on you. Maybe I'll get lucky, you'll panic.
Right.
But I needed one more and I didn't get it.
Yeah, didn't even force the panic check.
Didn't even force the panic check. I forgot that I didn't finish painting the base.
Yeah, I was disappointed with you.
Yeah, I didn't really realize it until I looked in the case. So here you finally, with your strength 4 attack, finally killed the one knight.
Yep.
And at this point, we did the challenge again. This time, the general does fight your BSB, my BSB, which is what I should have done. And I had, it's like I should have done that before and saved a whole bunch of knights. So.
What, this is no. This is your general. No, this is your BSB.
This is my BSB.
I can never get that straight. Anyway, so it's your BSB with Tristan's resolve,
right.
Which I hate.
Because his whole mission is just to try to stay alive a bit.
Right.
So I did get your weapon, but I didn't do anything else. So.
And over here, nothing. Yeah,
there's your
rallied.
Yeah.
Mages over here.
Yep.
And you're single dead there. And what happened over here? Is that where we ended?
Yeah.
I thought your BSB died.
No. He survived.
Sure.
Put a wound on him, but yeah.
Oh.
No, he lived.
Okay. So I thought I'd.
No. We put wounds on each other, and I broke your sword.
Okay. Yeah, I know you broke my sword. That irritated me.
And that was it. And then I think.
I'm just wondering how I got so many points if I didn't kill 2 of your characters.
And I didn't do any wounds. You think I miscalculated the points?
Well, no, maybe not. You've got 2 characters and 2 small units left, and that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe
all my armies are small units, but yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
But I mean, and these characters. This one's a big one.
Yeah.
And you have half of the questing knights too.
Yep.
Maybe you miscalculated.
I may have.
No, because your characters are cheap, aren't they?
Not really.
Anyway.
But anyway.
It just doesn't look like you have 7. It looks like you have more than 1,700 left on the board. Because plus the 200 bonus for your general.
Yeah.
Would have made this 28, which means I have 1,700 on you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have 1,700 left, and I just don't see it. Because I know the mage is at least 450.
Like 475 or something like that.
Yeah, and he's probably 3-ish.
He's at close to 4 and.
Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe so. And these are like 300 each.
250, 300 each.
Okay.
Yeah. And then
all right. Maybe so. Anyway, one way or another.
So yeah.
According to the way we added it up.
Anyway.
Yes. It was a 19-1.
It was a spanking.
Spanking.
Yeah.
The Orcs smashed the Equitaine. Although we consider it a loss because you broke my sword.
I broke your sword.
That guy loves his sword.
Well, it would have been a victory if I just kept that infantry out. That was the whole mission.
If the infantry would have what?
Just keep the infantry out of that. Was
This infantry completely.
I would have
out of
considered
fight.
a moral victory if that unit never fought anybody.
Yes. And they did reform during one of the terms when you were moving, so I could pick up easier.
There you go. Yes.
And then, that's why I didn't move the troll.
Yeah, this is like a quasi MSU list, and it was really has to just maneuver around and stuff. And
It is.
you need to be a better player than me to do stuff like that. And,
Well, it's your first game playing for a while,
yeah.
so hopefully won't be your last.
Definitely with these guys. Might be after.
You just need to. I had a friend who used to go to tournaments, and he used to write on the back of his hand.
Mm-hmm.
He used to write "wah," and he used to write stupidity, and something else. He used to write on the back of his hand. So every turn he
Right.
would remember it because he would see it on the back of his hand. You need to write Green Knight on the back of yours.
I loved 5th edition for one reason. You had all the magic items were cards.
Right.
Because that's the other thing I always forget is what people have. It's like 'cause I
Right.
just don't play that this particular game that often. So and I was messing with Army Builder and I got the one that listed all stuff, but then the thing became so long it was too hard to use. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, you saw what when I had all
Right.
the rules. Like
Yeah.
what the heck? It's 12 pages long for this little army. This is crazy. But yeah,
You can make item cards.
yeah, that's kind of what has to be done. But
I made some for the ogres when I was using them.
Yeah.
I made unit cards and item cards.
No, I think it's the way to go. Well, anytime it's just
For people that don't play enough
I think
to
they're.
have it.
I love cards, and a lot of other games I play have cards, and I just like them because
Right.
sometimes when it's not your turn, I can just look at the cards and remind myself ahead of time.
Correct.
So it is what it is. But yeah, not a great list, but it had to move, and I did that poorly. So
You had to move, and you got tied up with
Yep.
that guy, and then the break the spirit kept messing up that one unit for the first 2 turns. Didn't matter much after that, but the first 2 turns messed up your unit, your questing knights.
Well, and then I didn't maneuver well enough, and how I placed them, they didn't need to be quite that far back.
Right.
That was foolish for the setup because I should have left enough space for people.
to run behind them.
Because I knew you're going to cast break the spirit. Now you normally don't worry about it because okay, that unit, unless it's in a bad spot, it's just not going to move that far.
Right.
And even here, it wasn't. I don't think that was because how I placed it, and some of the decisions I made, I think was a bigger issue than that. The totemic summons messed me up, and I didn't recover from that well enough. And unless I had a whole host of mistakes that we went
Right.
over, but anyway.
And it ended up the trolls fought your general.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
And that was all they accomplished the whole game.
Yeah.
Which means they don't pay for themselves.
Right.
Well, because 560 or something like that. So
Well,
not
general
quite.
wasn't cheap.
Actually, with the bonus, they do.
Yeah, they do.
They pay for themselves
killed
just
it.
with that.
They got rid of the general, so
Spider definitely got it. I mean, it panicked off those guys.
panicked off his guys and killed the other guys, so it
And
paid
then-
for itself,
yeah.
or close enough to it,
Came close.
and it was putting pressure. So
Yeah, the guys on the hill back there paid for nothing. They didn't pay for themselves at all. My ferals.
Well, they got rid of the Pegasus
Yeah,
guys,
but-
which is almost 400 points.
Yeah, that's half of ours.
Yeah. And your boar bus paid for itself
The boar bus over here paid for itself.
because I really believed I was going to kill that on that charge turn.
Yeah, because they killed just one of your units, I guess, and half the other one.
Yeah.
Because you did keep half of the group.
No, you killed 2. You ended up killing 2.
No, one questing knight's still alive back there.
Oh yeah, that's true. So
1.5.
if that charge had worked out, then I would still have the 2 units and and the characters and everything else, and then I'd have been over here in the center of the table, and I could have threatened both on my last move,
Correct.
both objectives.
Yeah,
But
I agree.
that's not what happened.
It's not what happened. Hate to tell you.
Anyway,
Anyway, it was a fun game. Welcome back to playing.
not anymore. Since you spanked me, I think I'll retire for another year.
So game
Go back to
200.
playing historicals.
There you go. You get to see Statler play in game 200. There's like 1 or 2 sprinkled in there.
There you go.
Actually, there's only one of you alone, I think.
Yeah, because all the games are group games.
And then you were in you've been in almost every one of the.
Yeah, unless you started early.
I think we started without you one time.
Yeah.
You were in the second
Yeah,
game of the Warbands game.
Right.
Which we haven't done in a while.
Yeah, probably
Anyway,
a good thing for tomorrow.
it might be.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's going to do it for now.
Until next time.
Thanks for listening.